power, power. I go pee pee in the shower. I eat hella candy. I like sweet, not sour. What's going on, Geeky Gun guys and gals? So today I have another Netflix movie review for you guys. But first I want to thank Tempest Tactical for sending me this dope ass shirt. A little ghost. They just launched their new website last week, so I'll throw a link down in the description. And be advised, spoiler alert from here on out. So Project Power. So there's a new drug on the streets of New Orleans, that gives you a random superpower for 5 minutes. But they don't do a really good job of explaining that you get the same superpower that you initially had the first time you took the pill. But the movie follows 3 different storylines that end up merging into one big story. But you know that already because you probably already watched it. So off the rip, let me just say I didn't really like the movie. Amazing concept and filming style. Love the style of the film. But the storyline, man, it had so much potential. Kind of like the first Purge movie, how the storyline is so great, but the execution just wasn't there. That's how I felt about this movie. Like, I found myself saying, okay, like a lot in this movie. Like, you know, when you're watching a TV series and everything just seems to line up a little too perfectly, far-fetched, if you will. So let's just go down the list. And the very first time you get to see a pill taken, by the way, I really like that they waited so long into the movie to show the first time that somebody takes it. But you get to see Newt take it, played by Machine Gun Kelly, which was pretty cool. He ignites into flames, and then you see him chasing Jamie Foxx all around the building, and then his powers start to deplete, and then he just opens his hand, and he just so happens to have 3 pills just chilling. So are the pills itself like super fire resistant, super durable and tough? And if so, why do they need those fancy cases to hold each pill? The Invisible Guy bank heist. So there's a guy that goes invisible and robs a bank, and there's a huge foot chase where he hops onto a train, sits in one of the seats, opens the bag just to find a dye pack or powder pack explode in his face. The lady sitting next to him didn't scream until the bag blew up. You mean to tell me, as a person sitting on a bus with an empty seat next to you, if a floating bag just so happened to place itself hovering from the seat, you wouldn't scream immediately or draw others' attention to it until the bag pops? Okay, the police captain, who I thought was Ernie Hudson the entire time, when he asked for JGL's gun and badge after taking the pill that ended up saving his life, the captain slides him his hat, and there just so happens to be a picture of Jamie Foxx in there, because, you know, I too always have a picture of Jamie Foxx in my hat. And then in the mobile command center, if you will, those security screens were just a little too on the nose for me. Like, Jamie Foxx just happens to be looking at a wall of everything that he needs to know for the rest of the movie. Where the meeting's happening, when it's happening, who's gonna be there, who you have to keep a lookout for. And maybe it's just me bitching. I know they do this kind of stuff in other movies. Again, it was just a little too on the nose for me. And JGL's inconsistent red eye. The first time he takes the pill and he gets shot in the face, after that he has like this bloodshot left red eye that seems to go away and come back throughout the movie. And I just found myself thinking, is that supposed to happen? Is that just a continuity error? I was confused. I swear there's only 3 more complaints. The hatch, the hidden hatch on the floor in the room when Robin finds Art's daughter. They hide in this hatch on the floor. Really? The evil lady and security guard come in looking for them, and they do like the weakest sweep of the room ever. The security guard for sure should be fired for that, because I mean, they might as well just hid under the bed. And then this one's super nitpicky, but the guy that had the Wolverine frog ability, it just bothered me that there was sparks. Sparks coming from his bones when he slid down the container. Bone on metal? Sparks? Okay. And then lastly, at the very end, Art, Jamie Foxx. The pill that he had just so happens to only work on Jamie Foxx. What? Again, I'm nitpicking at the fact that everything was just so situational in the movie. But let's go over what I actually did like about the movie. I absolutely love the style of the filming, the cinematography itself. I know that sounds super lame, like I'm looking for something nice to say about the movie. Well, the lighting was pretty good. But seriously, like right off the rip, right after you see Project Power in the very beginning, the camera just zooms into the pill, and then you get to see the energy source, and then the circuit board, and then the circuit board turns into the city of New Orleans landscape, or city grid. Great shot. Kind of reminded me of Fast and the Furious when they went into the engine and then out the muffler. No? Just me? Alright. And the scene where they're demonstrating the new pill to the buyer in that like cylindrical CIA containment unit. That scene was sick. Just the panning from the inside going all around the tube, and that Frost chick was just like slowly dying. And the boyfriend was actually played by fellow YouTuber Casey Neistat. Fellow YouTuber, like we're on the same level. But it's always cool to see YouTubers in movies these days. Marvel, hit me. And the message in the film, where it's stressing that you don't need powers and it's inside you already, really resonated with me. Especially when Art was telling Robin, you gotta find out what you do better than anybody else and rock that. I felt that shit. And my absolute favorite scene in the movie was shortly after that, when Robin was freestyling for the first time in front of somebody. That shit was the tits. So Jamie Foxx found this chick on Instagram named Chica and had her write the freestyle raps for Robin. I absolutely loved it. It's kind of weird that my favorite scene in a superhero or superhero-esque movie is rapping, but Dominique Fishback did such a great job playing Robin. Her acting. And the symbolism that I picked up from the movie, of course, like I said not too long ago, power, meaning the power within us. Telios, the name of the bad guy's company, which in Greek means absolute or complete perfection. And the ship being called Genesis, beginning, end, new world. If you went to Catholic school, you know what I'm talking about. So I'll give the movie like 5.5, maybe a 6 out of 10. But let me know what you thought down in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What were some of your favorite parts? Let me know. I love reading that stuff. But for the would you rather. Would you rather have to take a pill, just like in the movie, in order to have a random superpower for only 5 minutes, or be able to control when you can activate that power anytime in a 24-hour period, but for only 1 minute? Let me know down in the comments. And before you twist that pill and pop one of those bad boys, make sure you gingerly tap the like and subscribe button. But most importantly, don't forget, don't be a dick, be a blessing.